Hello and welcome everybody, I'm Christian from Berlin and you will learn this blues classic in an easy version but also a bit of easy improvisation if you like. Sheet music is available, it's part of my song collection, 8 easy blues pieces which is linked under the video. Also under the video you will always find my easy blues courses, check them out, they're totally free and leave a like if you enjoyed this one, makes me happy and have this tutorial. Enjoy. So hello to my instructions. Now what is special about the Careless Love Blues, apart from that it's a true classic, which everybody should know, it has an unusual form. And this is reflected in the left hand, doing already after the first bar a little change. And we will have a look at the left hand first, how it's counted. We are in G, and the great thing is it uses just the triad. And it's an old left hand that is played also by Jimmy Yancey. So 1 and 2 and 3, and you have to practice this chord change to D7 and 3 and back first, because after that you have to fit the melody over it. But then it stays for quite a long while on G and again the D7. So practice that first. And now the melody stays within the range here. Plus we do a little bit of fills. That will be your task to jump an octave higher for the fills and find back and not get confused. So 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. And you practiced this already. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1. So you see, you have these in the right hand, the sixth, while the left hand has to go back from the D7 to the G7. And here already we have the first fill going up. I always do this with the same second finger, and then you come back and find back the D. So 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1. This you have to practice, and going back. And let's have a look at this. You meanwhile know, everybody knows this, the very slow replay this time after my instructions. So we'll just shed light on a couple of moments and then you move there to learn at your own tempo. So 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1. You see again we have the melody in thirds and 2 and 3 and 4 and jump. While you do the change from the G to the D7. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and a fill. And 4 and 1 and 2 and go back to the middle. And now we're coming to this second part of the piece where the chord changes, where the chords change. The chord changes change, like 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2. Now let's have a look at the chords first. We have this G goes to the G7, and it's really advised here to look at the finger setting. Look at my right hand. 1 and 2 and 3, third finger, and 4, because then you're already in place for the G7 chord with the 7th, the major third, and the 5th. Again, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, and then you're all set, no hassle. And then you use also the 4th finger because you want to reach further up. That all saves you stress later on if you take the right fingering at the right time. Because otherwise, if you take the 5th finger, you cannot tie it and you're getting confused, and in the meanwhile, the left hand is, breaking down. So 1, 2 and 3, 4th finger, and now we have this C sharp diminished. So we have these 2/3, and they're quite close by. C, left hand, please. 1 and 2, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2, and we're going back to the G7 and D7. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4th finger here, because we have to be here, tie this to this D7. Syncopation and 2. Now you have some time to breathe and do maybe your dishes. Come back for the next chorus where we do a little bit of easy improvisation. Now look how easy I made it for you. I still hope it sounds nice and bluesy and melodious. 1 and 2 and 3. You see, it's just the G chord notes. 1 and 2 and 3. Be aware, syncopation, where it comes together with the left hand. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2. Now, so it's chord notes, and then I'm reading my own fingering. Yeah, you can do that. Yeah, I was right. So then you play this one, and here try to do the oversetting in the right hand. And here, a little fill from our old school 6th, You might remember from these old school 6th melodious way to fill it. 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and sorry, I was wrong. And 4 and 1 again along the G major chord. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1. Yeah? You must remember the syncopations. So again, 1 and 2 and 3, fourth finger, because you want to reach up to this one. And do, 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 and a little fill down here. Look. Just 2/3 in the top to the D7 fill. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and again my sorry. Yeah, I was really quite friendly. It's always the G chord. And here, land on the 1 and the 3rd finger because we have to reach up here. 1 and 2, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and syncopations, finger setting. And it's important here that you have the 4th finger on the B flat because we are going down. Very important at this moment. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, 1 and 2. So again, you have a stressful moment in the right hand where the left hand is moving to C. So it's good to practice that separately. Again, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2. Move here. 1 and 2. And we are approaching the end. 2 more stops to final destination. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. Oversetting. This way you can tie the melody. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. Now, if you want, you can then, as a kind of a frame to the whole piece, you just play the A part again. Gives it kind of a logical order. And you just play it again. So, that's basically it. Now it's coming to slow replay. I hope I made it easy enough and still bluesy with the fills, that you're pleased with my version. Try out the other pieces and try out my Easy Blues Piano or Beginners. So I have 2 courses, Beginners and Easy Blues Piano, free courses linked under the video. Everything you need for blues piano is there. Bye bye from Berlin. Don't go away now. It's coming the slow motion. Bye bye. Have a great day.